Welcome to Messages from the Enchanted Realms, a journey into the magical and mystical realms of spirit. Host Shannon Ratay is a leadership and career coach by day and medium angel communicator by night. Shannon's after-hour gifts has her working with people's spirit teams and tuning into the realms. Host Jennifer Rose serves as an international spiritual evidential medium, trance healer, channel, teacher, transformational guide, and humanitarian. Host Fran Pearce has worked in social services as an outreach worker in the field of child abuse intervention and prevention. In addition to being a psychic medium, she frequently delights with her muse of poetry, embracing the wonderful expressions of spirit with their power to uplift, elevate, and transform the ordinary into extraordinary. Here are your hosts, Fran Pearce, Shannon Ratay, and Jennifer Rose.
Everybody, welcome to Messages from the Enchanted Realms. I'm Jennifer Rose, and so excited to be here with you. Thank you all for your patience. I'm looking for my girls, Shannon and Fran. Are they on with us? There they are.
Somewhere. Hello.
Where did they go? Okay. Thank you so much for joining us all here today, and thank you for your patience as the fairies were messing with our technology just a little bit, but we've got it all, and we're under wraps now. So welcome, everybody. And again, my name is Jennifer Rose. Please also welcome my co-host, Shannon Ratay.
Yay.
And
hello.
Pearce.
Hi there.
And Miss Fran Pearce. Hello. So just to give you all a little bit of a backstory, we've done a couple of these shows before just for fun, just at random, and they were just so well received. Everybody had so much fun. It was laughter, giggles, upliftment. It really raised the vibration for everybody who came on. And being that we have this pretty intense full moon a couple days ago, this is actually a really good time to bring some fun, some upliftment, some whimsy, and some magic into all of your lives here today. So the three of us will be making some connections with these other realms, which you could describe as like frequency if you're trying to understand them. They're like different frequencies or different colors of the rainbow of spirit. And it's fun to move into these colors and see what they may have to share with us to bring some of that kind of like childlike spirit back alive in all of you today. And who doesn't need that, right, everyone? So with that, Shannon, tell us a little bit about what you would like to share and bring forth for all of us before we get started.
Oh, sure. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to be here with my good friends Jennifer and Fran and their magical spirits and beings, as well as I am seeing all the friendly faces, the old friends, the new friends that are showing up in chat. Hello to all of you. And as I was getting ready today, it was interesting, right? All the magical realm was starting to show up and bring little messages, bring little, bits and pieces. And what they were sharing for me and for you and for all of us is that, they acknowledge there's a lot going on in the world right now. And for a lot of people right now, that there is a lot of uncertainty and that there is the temptation to get swept away in the news, the fear, everything that's going on. But when you show up today, when you show up with us, and when you delve into the magical world, when you remember how many beings, how many light beings, how many different aspects of spirit are at play and that are at work in the unseen, and how much more there is for us to access and tap into than what we're necessarily seeing around us. And when we're present to spirit in that way, when we're present to the enchanted beings, when we're present to all the love that is available to us in the universe, that we have the ability to transform not just ourselves, but all the people around us, right? That we get to be that almost like radiating, pulsing beings of magic and love and possibility. So much thanks for all of you to be here. And I'm really excited to share messages for all of you. I tend to bring in angels and fairies and all sorts of different beings. So excited to be here today and share those messages with all of you.
Oh, that was beautiful, Shannon.
Shannon.
And we do love that how you have that special connection with the angelic realm, especially on top of everything else that you connect to and all of the other beautiful etheric realms and the nature spirits and so forth too. And so it's just a true gift on top of your mediumship connecting with loved ones as well. So we all connect with loved ones and we absolutely love it. But spirit is so diverse and they're always showing us like this beautiful, like, you know, like rainbow. It's like a beautiful rainbow and there's so many different, and they love expressing themselves in such creative ways. So we're so delighted to bring that forward for all of you here today. Miss Fran, what would you like to share, love?
Well, actually, I rode, you didn't see it, but I rode my dragon in today. You can see I'm.
Oh, wow.
We just flew in and out of these beautiful clouds you see here.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
I mean, it was a very fine landing. Thank you. I'm so sorry you missed it. Evelyn Chesham, darling, let me tell you, I see your comment that you wrote Frankie and you meant Franny, which I do love because it means that someone feels warm toward me. But you know, I was going to comment on that, but it wanted me to join or something, and I was afraid I'd lose everything here, so I didn't do it. So I wanted to tell you, there's a play called Member of the Wedding. Carson McCullers, I think, was the author, and Julie Harris starred in it 150 years ago and played a child whose brother, who was her only and best friend, was getting married, and she was, and her name was Frankie. I must tell you, her name was Frances, but they called her Frankie, and her brother was getting married, and she was so unhappy and left out, and she said, "Who will be the we of me?" So whenever I see Frankie, I just love it. And isn't it fun that we all have this we of us, the we of me. And thank you for being here so much. I think, you know what, I'll say one more thing. And, I go back and forth and oh my God, I wish, because I still have yet to see a fairy, but I have seen the little lights. But so I said, some people just aren't going to believe. And I got the message, we stupefy and mystify and unify. So that's good enough for me.
That is so beautiful. And I was made aware too. I know some people don't believe, and sometimes you really need to have this like seeing, believing, seeing thing too. But if we think of them as little colors of the rainbow or just like little frequencies, just like all of the other beautiful beings of spirit that we look up to, then we can understand it a little bit better. But boy, are they a playful bunch. And so that's why we're all here today. So beautiful weekend to be playful. Let's say hi to everybody, shall we?
So many great messages.
I'm going to scroll back up to it. We'll say hi to Evelyn.
Yeah, Evelyn.
Of course. We love
Beautiful.
Evelyn.
Beautiful. And we saw Lynn Junot. Evelyn's captured them on pictures, so she's very lucky. So Lynn Junot is here. I got it right, Lynn. Lynn Junot is here. Hello, indeed. Nice to see you. You brought your magic, I see. Beautiful. I want to say hi to Catherine. Thank you for being here, Catherine. And there's Miss Heidi Gold. Would you like to take? I'll let you two say hi to some of our guests too.
Oh,
sure.
You were doing such a good job.
Let's share.
Sure. Hi, Sid. So good to have you here, Sid. Have you here, Jennifer. And of course, our dear friend, Nancy. Thanks so much for being here, Nancy.
Hi, Tricia Desir. And Jackie. Oh, hello, Jack Handel. Wow, back to you too. Isabel Felix. Kit Minsky.
And Jersey Girl Jump Scares. What a great handle. Ooh. I bet. Yeah, I know. We got some sassy going on with that.
Yeah, we got Jessie Cat Scissorhands. Beautiful butterfly girl.
Mary Combs.
Less like the goddess Juno. Yeah, I've got it right, Lynn. There we go. I want to say hi to Isabel too. And Miss Heidi Gold. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody. We've got Jennifer, we've got Jesse and Jennifer McCormick. So
Hi,
all of our
yeah.
beautiful, amazing, fabulous, magical friends. Simon, hello. Thank you for joining us. And Andrea, hello. Thank you for joining us. Sometimes everybody, not every comment makes it into our little section here where we're reading them. So please note, we're not leaving you out. We just can't see them right now, but they'll show up eventually. So don't worry. We've got you. We've got you. So with that, everybody, we may be connecting with the angelic realms. We may be connecting with the beautiful fairies. It could be a dragon. It could be a mermaid. It could be a tree. So we're just going to see what shows up. We're just going to be open channels for spirit and allow them to guide us through this process. So what we need from you, magical friends, is to please let us know if you would like to receive a message by writing open in the comments. That gives us your consent to receive a message. And then part 2, everybody, please keep up with us in the comments as well with your validations if you're understanding or not understanding the information, because it helps to keep the flow of the power going for all of us. So we know we're on the right track. We know we're with the right person. And we thank you for that. Might I also add really quick, please, thank you for sharing. Thank you for pressing the reaction button, that little heart on the post. It will help with the algorithms to reach more people as they're watching on Facebook and YouTube. If you wouldn't mind tagging any friends that you think might want to watch right now too. Subscribe to the Sacred Spiral Network on YouTube and Facebook. And you can follow all of us ladies as well. So we thank you for those kind gestures as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that, all of your let's see, open comments are coming on in. And thank you to everybody else who has also joined us recently. We've got Johnny and Danielle and Mara. So thank you all for being here very, very much. Okay, with that, Kevin, would you like to start, or you want to start, Fran?
I do have a message, I think, for Jessica Scissor Hands. Isn't that fun to say? Okay, Jessica, in response perchance to your name, but I have someone who is coming in perhaps in rather a mime uniform. He's got the makeup on the face and the hat, and he's got the white gloves on, and he's inviting you to dance. Isn't that charming? He's just so quietly and mute. You know, he's muted, but he's just reaching out with these beautiful hands and inviting you to stand up and dance this beautiful, quiet, serene dance with him. He came in to bring you love and relaxation and charm, he says. So there you go. That's yours. Special from wherever land that came. Thank you.
Oh, that was a beautiful message. Okay, Miss Shannon.
Yeah.
Beautiful message, Fran.
On guard, Jennifer. You can think about this, but I have a dragon coming through right now. Yeah, so this is for Simon Butte. Like you have a dragon that came right out and like got my attention right away. And you may or may not be familiar with how dragons show up in this realm, but they show up as they represent sacred anger, right? That anger that is sacred. It's not the kind of anger that we talk about in terms of like getting angry at people, but that anger that represents, boundaries, that represents, just sort of like that sacred rage, right? That sometimes things have to be done or have to be acknowledged from that place of fire and passion and what's important to us or what's just and what's right. And so the image I get immediately is these two big wings that come out behind you as this sacred dragon. And he's coming out very much as that classic image of dragon, like green with the fire breathing. That very classic dragon. And what I'm hearing very clearly for you is that your anger is sacred, that it is righteous, and it is acknowledging that your anger and your dragon is in service of the people who can't speak for themselves or who don't have a voice for themselves. And that sometimes that can make other people uncomfortable, right? Like you're tapping into what's right and wrong. you're tapping into the like the little guy, right? Like sort of that classic, that little guy, the people who don't have the voice for themselves. And so that this message very clearly is to absolutely, it's like, as I'm even saying this, I'm almost feeling the dragon energy within you, where it was the wings behind you and this merging of that dragon energy within you. And that they're cautioning, they're saying it's not always the best thing to let that dragon, right, do the talking, that you still might let inner wisdom and inner higher self, that inner wisdom do the talking on this particular topic that your dragon is showing up around. But it gets to be the fire and the charge and the fuel that drives you forward. I'm hearing in saying no. So what they're telling me, that this has to be like, no, this isn't right, this won't stand, so that no, this is not the way that this situation is going to proceed. And I'm just going to take a moment and see if I can get a little bit what they're telling me is that this has to do with work, and I'm seeing with work a group of people, like a group of people who don't necessarily have the power to speak up for themselves, who are being, what they're saying is a group of people who are being offered like a raw deal, right? Like a group of people at work who are being offered a raw deal, who are not being treated fairly, who are not being, not being given what they deserve. And that in those situations, it often only takes one person to speak up. And so letting you know that if you speak up, if you're the person who leans into that sacred anger and says, no, this isn't right, actually people will fall in line and step in line behind you. That it's not going to be a situation where you're opening yourself up for, opening yourself up for attack or danger, that sort of thing, that if you stand up and you say no and you take a strong stand, you are protected and spirit will be working with you. And you're actually going to be the leader of a coalition that's going to have a really important impact and a really important change in the situation that's going on. So I hope this helps. And I hope this lands. And I think this was a good for everyone to hear this message. And Jennifer's really good at getting names of dragons. So we'll see if perhaps Jennifer came up with or heard a name for your dragon.
I did. I got that. Your dragon wants to go by Forest. So that's the name he's giving for you, love. And what he wants you to know is that's a safe space to land, a safe space to be. So you can imagine those wings just kind of coming around you. Because often when we are experiencing that anger, it's because we don't feel safe in our being. And so he comes and reminds you that he'll help to provide that safety as you're learning to grow it within yourself over time through your spiritual development. So well done. And he's got your back. So I will leave you with that, Simon. Thank you. I also had a message for Trisha, if you could just let me know that you're still here. And thank you if you all could keep up with us in the comments. We really appreciate it. Trisha, I pulled my unicorn deck of cards because I love to work with the cards when we go live. And Trisha, the card I got for you looks like this. It's called Growth, and it's very pretty, yes. And there you are, love, beautiful. And it says, seek out a mentor or guide, take baby steps as you grow, be willing to learn from others. So this really just signifies moving into a new phase or a new chapter in your life. And as we do that, sometimes it's helpful to have a little someone by our side, kind of like, Glinda, like a little fairy godmother, to help you along the way, just to kind of give you, a little bit of sparkle to help and a little bit of shine to help you to remember your own. Because sometimes when we add a little sparkle to somebody else, they remember and then they spread that sparkle, and it's a little bit of a chain effect, which is really quite nice. And I see the beautiful pond of water just rippling through there as well. But of course, you will get to that point, not far from now, where you remember you've always had it, my dear. But sometimes just having that little bit of help can come very handy at times too. So you're interested in learning more about mediumship. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's where a mentor, a guide, a teacher, instructor can be very helpful for you as well to start your development. And it's always good to start with sitting in the power, where you're just like expanding your light and filling up the space with that light. Perfect way to start. It's free. You can do it from home. and just go from there. Start 5 minutes. With that, I can see the ability within you. I also see healing abilities, and I know that you've always been, what I say is attuned to offering healing and helping to others in your special way, but they do draw me to the hands as well too. So I know the healing element is there for you, and that is also a very good connector to your mediumship, because it helps to develop that passive flow for you. Because when we're doing healing, we're not trying to do too much, we're not trying to work too hard, we're just in the passive flow, which is a beautiful way for the mediumship to learn to flow through you. So I highly recommend that for you as well. I do also see the yellow light coming in, so I do know this is a beautiful time of learning and taking in that knowledge. And then you take that into yourself, see what works for you, put that together, discard anything that doesn't, and then just keep moving forward. It's a very big year for you to grow in your confidence of self. It's a very big year for you to be opening up to your truth and to your communication abilities with spirit, and with your interpersonal relationships as well. And I see as if we've cleared a slate, and now we're kind of starting new. So this like new theme of chapter, new beginnings and growth is definitely quite significant for you. So I will leave you with that and a heart. And thank you, Tricia, for allowing me to read for you today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful. And then I believe we're with Fran next. There we go. Fran, off to you, my darling.
Hello. Nancy Manning, are you still here? Nancy Manning, are you still here? How will I know? Oh, it says new comments. Do we have a?
It takes just a little few seconds for there's
I
a little
have
delay.
absolutely no control over it. What do they call that?
People do go in and out sometimes. Yeah,
I don't have
Johnny,
that weight channel.
It's Johnny Manning,
Okay,
friend.
no,
So,
it's
yeah.
Nancy Manning. Okay, Nancy. I know, Nancy. I'm sorry up for all this falderall, Nancy. Okay, I have a little place where often spirit comes into it, like it's my little sitting room. It's like a kitchen or a living room or whatever it wants to be at the moment that spirit comes in to visit their person. And right now, I do believe probably Johnny. It's a man. He's coming in, and he's reaching out to you, inviting you to come sit down at the table. He's brought coffee, and he said, let's just sit and chat. And he says, it takes so little, just takes so little. We don't even need to talk, but we're here together. And please remember and know, as I think you do, that we are together and that I am available anytime you want to say anything. I hear you. And if you really listen with your heart, you hear me answer you back. So he came to give you this message of love and peace and quiet, and he's going nowhere. He's staying here at the table, sitting there with you. So love to you. Thank you.
Beautiful. And so it's not Johnny, it's Nancy says, I have a coffee right now next to me.
Oh,
And I'm crying right now.
With love. Oh,
yeah.
Nancy, big hug to you and gentle hugs to him.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you, Fran. Beautiful message. That's why we do this, to heal and help people and bring that upliftment. So we're doing our job. Well done, Fran. All right, Miss Shannon.
Yeah, well, if she is still around, if Kristen Coluccio still around?
Yes, just commented, so she's still here.
Oh, there she is. Fantastic. Kristen, oh my gosh, your fairies. We got some straight up fairy energy around you. And I am seeing twinkling wings all around you. And the first thing they just want me to let you know is they want me to let you know how much you are loved, and they're acknowledging how much your energy is a match, right? That they're showing me your wings, and that you are of the fairy realm, and that you all are kindred spirits. And part of the reason that they are coming in to acknowledge their love of you is I'm feeling a little bit of sadness and heartbreak in the heart area. And so there is an acknowledgement. Yeah, I'm hearing the word grief, right? Possibly some loss, some grief. And so they very much want you to know that you are being held at this time, you are being supported at this time. And even though they came as fears, what they're then showing me is all of the realms having your back. That sometimes that we can feel alone, or when things go awry, right? That we can sometimes doubt, hey, have we been forgotten? Have we been abandoned? Is spirit not showing up for me? Or where is everyone? And they're reminding me that is definitely not the case. So what they're very much requesting right now is, I'm hearing, go slow, to rest, to know that where you are right now and that what you're feeling right now will not be the case for every for the rest of time, right? Like sometimes we can think, oh gosh, is this the way it's going to be? And the answer is no. I'm hearing, this too shall pass. And that if you just simply sit, right, that sit, whether it's in meditation, they're showing me you going out in nature, and just letting that awareness grow a little bit wider around yourself. What they're doing is they're showing me that you feeling their wings come and brush up against you. They're telling me you're very clairsentient, right? That you're very sensitive to sensations. Like you're the kind of person that walks in and feels the cold spot in the room, the cold chill in the air, that's when you know that you're in the presence of magic. And so to know that part of the way that you will connect with them, part of the way that you'll be hearing from them, is to feeling their wings brush up against you. And that's a very unique way to connect with, a very unique way to connect with them. And what they're telling me now is this sense of heartbreak. They're saying it has to do with a friend. And what I'm hearing is just that their growth and development is at a different pace than yours, and that they'll be back around. I'm just hearing, yep, they will be back. They will be back. And I'm hearing that's good for now. Yeah, thank you so much, Kristen. And it was really delightful and lovely to meet your fairies and to be in the presence of all the enchanted fairy energy around you. You are very much loved by the enchanted realm and supported right now.
Oh, that was so beautiful. And thank you, Kristen, for allowing Shannon to give you a message here today. If we could please just do a check-in with everybody, because I know people come in and out, do a check-in of who's still here. That'll help us to stay on track. As I say hi to everybody who's joined us. Hi, Ava Bergstrom. Good to see you, beautiful. And our Ronnie Shabazi in here. He says, hi, girls, I'm here.
Hi, Ronnie.
Ronnie very well. Emma
Hi,
Silver,
Ronnie.
hello. Lisa Perez, Kim Princess, hello. So we're so happy that you're all here. Thank you for being here today too, and for joining us. Maria Gonçalves, thank you. Good to see you. She has a lovely podcast you guys don't want to miss as well, the Maria Gonçalves podcast too. There we go. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to come to, let me see, Mary Combs, I'm going to come to you. And thank you for still being here, Mary. I'm feeling drawn to you. I got my fancy mermaid deck out, and I got the card Choice for you. There you go, Mary. That's what that looks like. Isn't that beautiful for you, Mary? Okay. And so what I heard when I pulled this card was you can't make a wrong decision. So if you're doubting your ability to kind of move through the thicket and find your kind of, light between the branches and things like that, try to see if you can ground some of that energy back down into your body, because we want to get down into these lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, ground that kind of thinking energy down into your body, and that's going to enable you to be able to kind of know what you're doing and where to go, to have that. So that's what I'm feeling as I move into what I feel to be the angelic realm coming in for you too, is that's what they're kind of recommending, to give you a suggestion just to kind of help you along the way a little bit with that too. Yeah, I know. Isn't that a fun one? It's called Sisters of the Sea. And I have so much fun with those too. And so, but they're assuring you that you've got this. And if you were to be too far off a track, you would be nudged back on track by your own higher self and your helper. So you don't have to worry about that, Mary. But they are saying ground that energy down lower for yourself, because this is where your power is. So you want to hold on to that power as you're moving forward with any small or large decisions. As we move in through the year 2025, they do bring me to December being a significant month for you. I know that's a ways from now, but boy, it'll be just a split second, just like that as you move into it. And I see the angels putting like red roses all over you. So they're just showering red roses all over you so that you feel the love. But you also feel that elegant beauty and grace coming in for you as well, to help just to remind you of that divine feminine that is within you, that's just kind of like wanting to burst out of you. So I hope that's helpful for you, Mary, and thank you for allowing me to give you a message from your angels. And I'm so happy you're here with us. So I will thank you. I will leave you with that and say thank you. And I think we're going to move on to Fairy Fran next. Oh, we lost Fairy Fran. Okay.
Fairy Fran went off into, she's, yeah, exactly, with all the clouds. She's out with the fairies for
Never,
a little
Neverland.
bit.
All right.
Got a lunch break.
Take over, please.
Yeah. Andrea, Andrea Reese, are you still here? I've got a whole bunch of things coming in for you. If you're still around, I'll get started. And then I'll check back in a moment. Whoops, this my lighting's getting a little weird. We're getting funky here, Andrea, because we've got a couple. I have both a spirit animal and an enchanted being that have come in. So the first thing that has come in is a spirit animal. Hello, Andrea. A spirit animal, a snake, right? Like, so I am seeing a big snake coiling around you as one of your spirit animals. And snakes are such a powerful symbol of both transformation in the way that they shed their skin, and are consistently shedding their skin and transforming. And for me personally, it's a symbol of the goddess, right? Like the goddess, the divine feminine coming right on in. So this snake showing up for you, acknowledging this period of transformation that is going on for you. And as I say that, like, I feel there's a big shifting and a big transforming within your entire system, that like the core of who you are and who you have the capacity to be, and your power is really your power and your strength, and the word I'm hearing, determination, are all being symbolized by this gorgeous, really lovely, huge snake that is, I'm actually seeing it as one of those lovely cream-colored pythons, right? Just sort of coiled all up around you. And right after I saw this snake, this is where the magical being comes in, this big, huge white bird coming to take that snake in its talons. And so this white bird is not a white bird that I'm familiar with in terms of actually existing in nature. And so acknowledging also your own wings and your ability to fly, that part of this transformation is it's literally giving you wings, giving you the power to fly. Well, and thank you for acknowledging that you've been feeling very stuck. Because what they're saying is that it's actually not true, meaning, like, yes, of course you feel stuck, but what is actually changing and transforming is inside of you, right? That you might not be necessarily noticing in 3D, right? The world around you, that transformation that's happening, but you're reorienting to the way that you solve problems, with the way that you engage in the world, and the way that you hold and see your own power. And they're telling me that you are going to emerge On the other side of this, you're going to emerge on the other side of us with a different understanding of your connection to your own power and strength in your experience of spirit. And let me see if I can get a little bit more information for you, because they're coming in really bold, like, no, like, you are powerful, and on the other side of this stuck, that you are very much going to know this. So let me see what else I can get, because I'm like all fired up on your behalf with this snake and this beautiful white bird carrying your cream colored python. Yeah, what they're telling me, Andrea, is that this is about learning to not listen to other people, right? What they're showing me are these other people giving you opinions on what you should do. And yeah, other people giving you opinions on what you should be doing. But this is a time to be listening to your own wisdom and your own truth, and not listening to the other people and their opinions, because they're telling me it's spinning you around. And that they're telling that when you take a big leap in this situation, right? When you take the leap, when you follow your own truth, because they're saying that there's something risky that might feel risky to other people, like that, that you're like tempted to do. And I'm feeling this thrill and this joy, right? Like with you, I'm sort of seeing you like leaping over the river, right? Like not going to wait to find the bridge, but just taking that leap over the river. That it's going to be thrilling, it's going to be enjoyable, that there's joy and delight in the taking the leap in this particular situation. And they're telling me part of the end result will be exploring far off lands. I'm hearing something about new lands, uncharted territory, and to know how supported you are as part of this. So yeah, I'm trying to see if they're going to, nope, they're telling me, nope, that's it for right now. That you've given enough. I've given you enough with the snake and that bird, and to look within, because if I give you too much, it gets in the way of you actually finding your own truth and wisdom around this, your own truth and wisdom to this situation. So they're saying, go ahead and leap between the bird and your snake, that you're good to go. Thank you so much, Andrea. It was a lot of fun to meet two members of your team.
Oh, that was a beautiful message. And it looks like Fairy Fran has reappeared.
Off my way.
That's what we said. Poof, she's gone.
And here I am. Ta-da!
Poof, she's back.
Whoever knows what's going to happen, huh? I have a message for Ronnie. Okay.
Ronnie. Oh, lucky Ronnie.
Is your mom in spirit, Ronnie? Because I think that's who I have coming in. Hello.
She is. Yeah, she is.
We all need a wand.
Yeah.
We all need a wand. Yeah.
Everyone needs a wand. Let there be wands for all. Ronnie, okay. What we have here is this delightful woman with all the force of the universe. I mean, she needs no help. But she does have behind her a flock of fairies that are just kind of enjoying her. So they're bringing her in, coming in with her. She's carrying, and I do think it's your mom. She's carrying a huge tureen of soup. And it's like, what was that? White china, quite crockery almost. But it's smooth and soft. But anyway, it's white, and it's a huge tureen, and it's got a big scooper, and it's really cool. So she's setting this down. You are now sitting at my table in this little spirit space. And so she's setting the tureen down in front of you, and she's sitting you down, and she's standing in back of you, and she's saying, you need to take time to eat some soup. You're busy, evidently, all the time, Ronnie, from what I can gather from what I'm getting here. And mom just wants you to sit for a bit, take that lid off, and look at that. Look at that beautiful soup. And it's got dumplings in it. And she says, my dumpling, you must eat your soup. And take the time. Be sure and choose the right spoon. And then just sit and quietly muse and drink your soup. Take it easy. Take a breath. Smell the roses, just enjoy what's around you and about you. And then you'll sense me being here too, saying, eat your soup. So that's all I wanted, Ronnie. That's all she wanted, Ronnie. She wanted you to be sure and take that time. Take the nourishment that you know is always there from your mom and the fairies too. So enjoy. Thank you.
Oh, that was a beautiful message for Ronnie. And well deserved, well deserved. He's always there for everybody. Miss Lynn, this is a gift from Miss Lynn Juno. And she wanted to know which one I had today, and I have my rainbow one. So there's a backstory to this. We have fun with these for the show, and I had another one, and see, now the fairies have hit it again on me. So see, they keep hiding my silver one because they want me to use the rainbow one. So there we go. So that was the backstory. But the funniest thing is I got this as a lovely gift. And then the next day I found the other one. So they're very playful and they're very mischievous, these fairies, but we like that about them. So
that's what I love about, that's why they're fairies. Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because they can. They're like, well, why are they mischievous? Because they can.
Yeah.
So we just let them be that.
You bet.
All right. Okay, my friends, who is still here and who would like a message, please let us know if you're open, and then please keep up with this in the comment. Hello. Okay, everybody's coming back. We're all good. Maria, can I give you a message? Maria Gonçalves, my love. I've got this card for you. Follow your dreams. This is from, oh gosh, it's an old deck, the fairies, this one, remember? I think we all have that one too. And I got the Follow Your Dreams card for you, which I do know you are already doing because you've got your podcast going, you're working on your mediumship, you're growing in all of that area. But I actually feel like there's even a couple more avenues that are open to you, other doors that you're thinking about that are wanting to open for you. And I'm feeling really a green light going forward for you, Maria, with that too. So that feels very exciting. And I'm feeling like you have a strong connection to family. So you're, as I'm feeling into it, if I have this correct for you, love, you're trying to find a way to manage all the pots on the stove and stay connected to family and figure out how to kind of balance this all. So it's a little bit of a teeter-totter for you. But I'm feeling like no worries. Like this is a fairly smooth process if you just think of it like a dance and just kind of roll with the flow of the dance that you're in. And as I see that, you're also moving more into the mystical, as well as you, what I want to say is move deeper into the journey of your spiritual nature. This isn't so much me talking anymore. And so as you move into the more of this journey of your spiritual nature, the mystical is coming to you. You're not even having to look for it. The mystical is coming to you, and it's showing you new things, new ways of being, new ways of thinking. You're becoming very aware of your multidimensional self. And I am aware of the circular energy that flows in you and through you and around you as well. That's helping to elevate you into all that you are, that you don't know you are just yet, but you're learning and you're getting there, right? So it's beautiful flower unfolding, and they show me the lotus flower for you too. So I know this to be very significant. So this is a helper I have coming in from spirit, very wizard-like, magical, mystical kind of helper as comes through, puts a lot of sparkle and glitter all over you too. And it's like, I can see you just turning like this in a circle with all of the glitter, and then you're just finding yourself. So that was a lot of fun, Maria, to give you that one. So I also get a ladybug for you, reminding you that you're protected. So I hope that's helpful for you as well. So please look for that. And I'm also seeing 4-leaf clovers for you. I know we're coming into St. Patrick's Day soon, another symbol of good fortune and abundance for you as well, Maria. So this is a good year for you. So thank you for letting me give you a message. I appreciate you. And I think now we're to Shannon. Okay.
I'm ready. Jennifer S. Lee, if you are still open to a message, I've got, oh, there she is. Jennifer S. Lee, I have Jennifer Lee, our other Jennifer in the room. This is actually, I think, a really good message for so many of us. There's a little bit of a backstory with your message, which is I'm also a coach, a career coach. So I work with people during career transition and trying to find jobs. And one of the ways that I work with people when I'm asking people questions is I actually hear the questions first. Like the questions get fed to me that I ask my clients. And every so often, my questions will go away. And when my questions go away, it's because I know that my client has put up an energetic wall of protection. And the vast majority of the time, like 99% of the time, that energetic wall of protection has gone up because something's happened to them since I've spoken to them last that's upset them. Or, they feel like, oh, I got upset and I shouldn't feel this way, or there's nothing I can do. And it's something that like most of us have learned to do in childhood, where we throw up this energetic wall of protection. And what's really fascinating to me about that is they come to sessions with me, they're paying for time with me. And that energetic wall of protection that they've put up subconsciously gets in the way of them actually being able to receive the help that they've shown up for. So it can sometimes be a good practice, because I do it too. I know how to throw up those energetic walls, is to all of us sometimes just to take that moment and say, I release, I let go of any energetic walls of protection I've put up. I let go of those energetic walls of protection that I've put up, because it also stops the help, right? Like it stops the help, it stops the goodness, and it stops the people in our lives who are often really sensitive and can very subtly feel those changes in us that can keep them away. And in my own life, those times where I'm like, why is nobody helping me? Like, why can't people see that I need help, that I need some attention? And then I do a little check and realized I've thrown up my own wall of protection, and I let it, be like, oh, let's get rid of that. And then it's like my friends, my community, like people show up and start, taking care of me and giving me the care that I need. So great shift there, all of you who've let go of that wall of protection. And so in your case, Jennifer, I will say that that's what I noticed. I noticed a wall of protection. So I want to acknowledge that something's happened that has upset you or been distressing, that made you feel that you needed to put that wall of protection up. And in the moment, I'm just noticing your really big heart. And I am seeing now fairies around you, and I am seeing a big bright light, an angel that is right there and at your service. This angel is actually showing up. I don't get archangels very often, but I am hearing Archangel Gabriel that is right there with you. And what I'm hearing is Archangel Gabriel saying, help is on the way. Like I'm hearing, fear not, help is on the way. And I'm feeling this sense of urgency in the message. So almost like Archangel, I'm sorry, my lighting's getting a little weird. So almost to know that Archangel Michael is acknowledging the urgency in this situation, and letting you know that there is nothing else for you to do at this particular moment, right? That for you to know that Archangel Gabriel is putting out the word on your behalf, is reaching out to I'm hearing friends and family, and that you will notice a change in the response and the care that is going to be taken of you. I'm hearing immediately. And to know, it's almost like I'm starting to almost like hear the sirens, right? Like the broadcast of emergency. And it's just that your community is so sensitive in a good way that they were feeling that protection, and so just didn't realize that their help, their support was needed. That they love you, they are there for you, and and not to be afraid to let you and your tender heart be seen. That this is actually going to end up being a really powerful, enlivening experience, because you're going to understand in a different way the help and the resources that are available to you. And in addition, how much control that you actually do have to allow in as much help and resources as you need and want. So thank you so much for letting us all just sort of check in with those walls that we put up. That was a really gorgeous message from your angel. And I hope this helps. So thank you so much, Jennifer.
Oh, that was a beautiful message, Shannon. Shannon, I also saw a message from Jessica that I feel like it's for you. She has a question about an upcoming move, if she's going to move or not, if you see that for her.
Sure. Oh, yes. Let me see. I'm hearing a big fat yes. I'm hearing a big fat yes, and I'm hearing a lot of excitement around this move. And what I actually get the image of your fairies working with the fairies of the new location, and I'm hearing like they're that they're your place is being prepared for you, right? Like I'm getting that vision almost like Snow White, right? Where she's got all the animals around her that sort of like, help her journey along the way. So I get the vision of your fairies talking to the fairies in the new land. I'm seeing green, I'm seeing magical, and I'm seeing a lot of enchantment in this new location and this new spot. I'm hearing clearly that this move is going to be a very good thing. And as I say that, I feel a little bit of the squeeze, like, I'm just noticing the nervousness, and I'm hearing very clearly, like, fear not, that there should be a lot of excitement about this change and the possibility. And I want that they're also making sure that I tell you that you are being well taken care of in this transition. Yeah, that this is going to be a very good thing. Like, nope, it's happening.
Woo.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Shannon.
Yay.
I knew I was like, that's a Shannon question.
Yeah.
Beautiful job, Shan. Okay, Fran, handing it over to you. Beautiful. If we could have everybody in the comments, please do a little refresh. Let us know that you're still here and open. And thank you for keeping up with us in the comments with some validation. So we know that you're still here and that you're understanding the messages we're giving it to you. So thank you so much with that too. Okay, everybody's coming in. Fran.
I have a wee message for Chanley. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Chanley, darling, are you still here? I think you are. Yeah, you must be. You were here at 3:23. So shall I go ahead? I'll just go ahead. Oh, here's
Sure.
Because it's short and sweet, but we have guides, and my first friend in fairyland that gave me a name was Finny. And Finny is saying me. Oh, well, I have another one named me. So maybe that's who it is. Anyway, they want attention because they're going to they're bringing in your guide and in your messenger, but it is a guide. And they want you, they're sitting you down at the table and bringing you in some pretty darn big research books. And they're opening up to certain pages, and they kind of point them out to you. And then they set that book aside, bring in another, because they're saying you have a question, you have questions, plural, that you feel a desperate need for answers. And this is your first task. This is phase 1 of finding your answers as you do this research. You look into what others have found for the same sort of question. You look for others' journeys. Because you're not alone on this planet. You're not alone throughout time. It's all been experienced before and now and will be again. So use the wisdom of others, use the experience of others. Once you have had your fill of these many books where you can search for your answers, you can get up and go into another room and sit with friends. Fireside chats with friends and families. Put it out there. Don't ask for answers, ask for input. Get input from people. And then take a long walk and meet your own answer. Because all along, you've had that answer. Okay? Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, Fran. I love it. I feel the spirit with you.
Thank you.
I'm going to remember who I'm with here. I know I had somebody. There she is. Okay, because I have a dragon. And I was with Blossom. That's right. Blossom, are you still here, love? If you could give me a quick yes in the comments. I believe you are, because you were just here a couple minutes ago, Blossom. So I'm with you. And so I got the name of your dragon spirit that's here for you. And the name is Eloise. And remember, when you have a dragon spirit, they are also a reflection of you. So there is a synchronicity and a symbiosis that the two of you have together. So your dragon's name is feminine, it's Eloise, and it means famous warrior and healthy and whole, because I always go look it up real quick when I get the name. 333, there you go. So it's you can't make this stuff up. So thank you, girl. So your dragon comes in with the warrior energy, with the healthy and whole. So this tells me profound transformation for you. This tells me you have, awakened the fire in yourself, and that comes around you and stands on your shoulder and then stands by your side, basically saying, look at this being right here. And so you are a very beautiful match, the two of you. I know it has not always been easy to get to this place. You've been playing a bit of hopscotch, a spiritual hopscotch, bouncing around and hopping around, kind of trying to get over this part and over this part and see if you can land over here. But in that process, you make it to the front, you make it to the space where you're supposed to be. And there I also get the number 10 for you, which is a really nice finality for you. So that feels very good. I do feel that you have a lot of connection to the nature spirits as well. So as we're going into, the fairies and the trees and the elves and all of this for you too, is they come in and they bring you a lot of kind of like divine spark and a divine magic. And it's almost like the ground you walk on has a bit of a golden light to it. So it's really fascinating as they're showing it to me too. But they also bring me to Little Blossom of when you were little and you would hold on to like a little doll or a little cuddly or a little bear or something. And she lives within you and she's got a little cape on her. So it's like Super Blossom living within you with this divine dragon next to you. So it's really quite magical. I love this for you too. So I hope this is resonating as you're understanding it too. But really good for you too. And I feel like this last month, we're in March now, but I feel like February, a lot happened for you. There was a lot of change, a lot of kind of transfer of energy of things taking place, if you would understand that, Blossom, as well. And with that, I'm going to give you a card. I'm back on the unicorn deck for you too. I'm going to give you a card and I get the healer card for you. So I get that for you, Blossom. That's quite beautiful. Let me read that for you really quick. Are you still here, love? And it says, you have powerful healing gifts, have faith in your abilities, stay true to your path as a healer. So a good reminder, don't doubt, you know who you are, you've got this. All right, my dear. So I will leave that with you. I hope that was helpful. I hope you could understand it. And a big hug and a heart. And thank you. And I believe I'm handing it over to Shannon.
Yes, indeed. I have Suzanne Stolp. If you are, sorry, my lighting's being a little strange right now, folks. If you're still there, if you're still there, Suzanne. Well, I will start off, and if for some reason I don't get you back over in the comments, then I will move on to the next person. But just first to acknowledge, first, I'm so sorry about my lighting. This is so strange. I got some things to work in. Okay, good. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you.
Your lighting is fine. We can't tell.
Thank you. I was driving me crazy. First off, Suzanne, what I've actually got is I've got a guide that has shown up for you. So when I pull in guides, our guides are that group of non-physical beings that have a lot to do with our education while we're here on planet Earth. And that the education, thank you, the education that we are here for on planet Earth. And the ways that they show up for me is that we have a main guide, this guide that is with us and in charge of all the lessons that we've come to Earth to learn. And then we also have these sub-guides, and these sub-guides show up and might work with us on a particular lesson that we're working on and switch in and out. And the guide that is showing up as very substantial and very powerful. And it's telling me that it is a main guide. So your main guide has just shown up, and it's showing up as this very substantial, powerful figure. And what I'm hearing it say is, I am here to congratulate you. I am here to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished in this lifetime. It's acknowledging the many challenges that you have had to face. And what I'm hearing is the strength of character with which you have faced each and every challenge that has been thrown your way. And it's also acknowledging I'm just going to say what I had, like the lack of resources, right? Like that idea, get that sense of having to make do with utilizing your own wisdom, your own tuition, they're giving the word chutzpah, right? Like they're giving me, that's not one of my words, that word chutzpah. And so all that you've done and all that you have been up against, and he's using the words, I'm hearing this as a more masculine voice, even though he's not showing me a gender, but I'm hearing a masculine voice. But I'm hearing him say how proud he is of you, right? That for you to know that he is so proud of you. And what he's telling me is that you have accomplished, right? Like you have accomplished what you have set out to do in this lifetime, right? That the lessons that were meant to have been learned have been learned, that you have accomplished what you had set out to accomplish in this lifetime, so that what comes next gets to be pure creation, right? Like it gets to come from your joy, your delight, your experience of pure creation and what you want to create and experience in this world. He's acknowledging that so often, right? That we can think, oh, what's my destiny, or what am I meant to do? What is my purpose? And yes, all of that actually is accurate. But in your case, Suzanne, right? Like absolutely, right? Like, you have done it. And as a result, now the rest gets to be for you to play and create and do whatever you like based on all the lessons that you've learned. So the encouragement from your main guide is to dream big, right? Like dream big. I'm hearing like shoot for the moon. I don't know if you have any desires to actually like be in a spaceship or, be one of the people who goes to Mars or whatnot, or, the astronaut and space travel. But like I'm hearing like shoot for the moon, these guides have your back. And I'm trying to get a little bit more about that, because that's a really interesting language, right? That shoot for the moon. That there's something about stars and astronomy and planets and that whole world. That idea that if you can dream it, you can do it, and you have all the resources and tools that you can. And what he's acknowledging is that this message about shoot for the moon, whatever you want to dream or create or do, is specifically even more related around career, right? That he's showing me that there is possibility of bringing in various aspects of your talents and your gifts and your interests to create something even new that is going to bring you a lot of joy and delight, and to absolutely go for it, because there is no obligation. What they're showing me is like what you've been up to, there is an obligation to complete it just because you've been doing it, that there's room and opportunity to still have a lot of growth and joy and development. And what he's also acknowledging is that there are times when our guides also learn from us. So he's also showing me, he's like bowing to you. He's acknowledging all he's learned from the privilege of being your main guide. And so the appreciation and love that has been learned from you and all that you've accomplished. And I'm hearing that is good for now. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank you for allowing me just to be in the presence. Like, what a lovely energy of your main guide. Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Shannon. And real quick, I'm going to come to, is it Tran's turns next or is it my turn next? I can't remember.
Well, either
But,
one. I mean,
okay.
we're very
Okay.
adult here. We go.
There we are. Yeah. There we really
Go
quick,
ahead.
everybody. We are streaming on multiple Facebook pages and on YouTube. Sometimes because of the multiple streams, not every comment makes it to where we can see it. And they move so fast that we can't always see like every single name, but we try to go through it as fast as we can. So, but please know that we love you. If somebody's receiving a reading, then we're usually only putting their comments up on the screen at that time. And then we go back and look to see who we're drawn to for the next. So we go to see who we're drawn to. And that's how we're picking who we're giving a message, because we feel that guidance from spirit that the message is for that person. So I hope that helps with that too. That's a good time to check in with you to see who here is still open. Because if you write open in the comments, thank you. Thank you for the help with my brain. Yeah, 1 second. As we write open in the comments, then we know we're getting your consent. It's also helping to just kind of refresh the energy. We know who's here. And please also stay with us in the comments as we're reading for you, as you're understanding the message. So thank you. It helps to keep the power flowing better. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Fran. Suzanne is saying thank you.
Joe White, my dear, I do have a message for you, and let's just go for it. It's the fairies, first of all, are tumbling in. They're tumbling, and they're having such a good time. But they're saying to you, it's not always fun. It's like a piano, when you have when you, I don't know, do you play piano? Because that was what I first saw for you, was a piano. And how at first it's hard and it's boring, and you have to keep practicing and practicing until it starts coming a little more automatically and easier. Then you can start getting into tunes that are fun for you and you enjoy. But what does that get you? It gets you into something harder again. Does this not strike a bell about life? So if you're into something now, which is kind of my inkling about what I'm being shown here, that it's not as much fun as you'd like it to be, perhaps stick with it, work hard at it, and allow it to come to the point where it is fun for you. You can always close the book and leave the piano, but if you choose to stay, remember, you work hard, practice, you'll get there, and it will be fun. Okay, thank you.
Oh, that was beautiful, Fran. Yeah, I'm so happy Joe got a message. And thank you, Joe, for allowing us to give a message for you too. Okay, I'm going to work with Ava. If Shannon, if you want to tag team, because Ava, I've got your dragon here for you, but Ava also has a question about an upcoming workshop too. So, but this I think will help. So Ava, I channeled your dragon's name spirit for you, and I got the name Blythe is who she's wanting to go by, which means cheerful, joyful, pleasant, happy, carefree. So it's very much the essence of free spirit for you, Ava, too. And you would understand that you've been doing this. You've been releasing the former layers of self or former belief systems that are no longer true for you, of kind of how you thought things were, of how you thought your life would be, or how you saw yourself to be, or how you saw others to be. And so we're doing a lot of this. It's very, very positive. I do feel your main helper that I've already connected with in the past coming in and just kind of doing this with you too. But when it comes to the dragon, it's like about fun. It's about happiness. It's about joy. This is your moment for joy. There's been a little bit of this last year that's been happening as we've been releasing and moving through some grief that's come up just for healing, as it will for all of us too. And now as Blythe comes in and wraps beautiful wings of joy, and just the smile and the delight, the softness of this dragon spirit is just so elegant and beautiful. So I hope that is helpful for you too. I want to cry, Ava, when I connect with her spirit for you. And with that, I'm going to ask Shannon to take the rest on that one.
Excellent. Ava, shall I go to Canada in September for a workshop, or shall I wait to go next year? Ava, I actually get that you're going to be going both years. That it feels like this year, going this September, is actually connected to prosperity and create a connect. There's something to do with abundance, and that so big yes to September. And something important about abundance and just that financial material success that is connected. And I'm trying to get a little bit more into there's something about permission to dream, permission to say yes to September, that it's like it allows just that abundance to flow, and that there's going to be a lot of really productive, fruitful energy from that. And then once you go and it's like all of this abundance is flowing, it feels like you're going to decide to go again next year. And from what you've learned from saying this year, there's going to be that opportunity, and it's actually going to be more about stepping into your own wisdom. It's almost like you show up as a leader, a wisdom keeper, based on what you've learned from this journey, that there's going to be even more opportunity to almost take it to the next level, where it goes beyond your own gifts that are being received and generated, but more sharing your wisdom, and that gifts and wisdom being broadcasted out and shared with other people. So a big yes to this year, and don't be surprised if that doesn't lead to going to next year in actually an entirely different role as well. It's trance developing. That makes total sense, right?
Uh-huh.
Like that you're like stepping into your power and then actually even have this bigger role in the future. So, yep, big yes. And let us know how it goes, because this sounds fantastic for you, Ava.
Yeah, I was feeling yes to this September as well, because it's like it's free spirit time. And so you just got to go to where you feel magnetized, because that magnet, that pull is going to take you where you're supposed to go. But I was feeling yes too. So it feels like this is a really good time. And you've done all of this. And what that does is it opens up your power so much more. And that just makes the blending of spirit oh so beautiful for you. So I'm so happy for you, Ava. So that's beautiful. Well done. So okay. We're getting close. Let's do a little group message from each of us. I feel guided if that sounds good. So Fran, would you like to start with a little group message for everybody, please?
Yes, give me a moment, would you?
Okay.
Just a sec. Okay, my special old friend Fairy is saying me. So okay, we'll let her do a little channeling here. Oh my goodness, it's been so much fun to be with all of you. So if and when you ever decide to come back here again, I'm going to be here, because I really, I love you. So thank you. And remember that in all sincerity, love is where you are. Get it? Okay. Thank you.
That was so beautiful. See, we can't. That's what happens when the fairy energy comes in. We start giggling and cracking up. It's so cute. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Fran. All right, Miss Shannon.
Yeah, and so the message that's coming through right now is that gratitude for all of you being here, and that the messages there. I'm hearing that the messages that were meant for one were meant for all. That even if the specifics of the message didn't necessarily resonate with you, that the spirit, the energy, the generosity, the magic, the enchanted, all of the energy that was flowing through all of us, for all of us. And so just that gratitude for being here and sort of sitting in this field and rolling around in all the magical energy, and the wish and the desire that you hold on to this as you head out into the world the rest of today and in through the rest of the weekend, depending on where you're located. I'm hearing to keep your eyes and ears open for the magic, right? That the messages, the acknowledgements, the synchronicities, the little bits of, I call them winks from the universe, that they're going to be abundant in the coming days as thanks for being here as part of this, to keep your eyes open for your own wink from the universe. And that as you are open and present to spread the magic, to spread the love, to spread the joy, that there is so much of that needed by everyone in the world around us, whether it's a simple smile to the person on the sidewalk or at the store, or whether it's a little extra grace with the people on the streets as you're driving. Like being on the roads is an easy place to spread a little bit of love and a little bit of generosity, right? Like letting the other person go and get into the lane. So just to continue to spread that love and joy and magic that we all got to experience today with the wider world, that the ripple effect is pretty profound. So much gratitude for all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Shannon. Thank you. And I feel also with these beautiful ladies and with all of you is that the divine remembrance that we come from, the creative flow. This is what we are born from, is this creative flow. And the creative flow is magic. It's making everything out of seemingly nothing, right? And so we go through cycles, just as a mother gives birth to children and goes through cycles, and women go through their cycles within the moon and so forth. We are always giving birth to new realities and giving birth to new lifetimes within self, lives within lives, dreams within dreams. And so if we can stay open to that magic, right, of the divine creative flow, keep the imagination space open, because as Colin said yesterday, it's an image. Well, how did he say it yesterday? I can't remember. He said it's the image. Oh gosh, forget it. I can't remember. But it was really profound yesterday. Forgive me. Anyways, but keep this imagination open, right? And that is where you're going to see the magic manifesting in your outer reality. So as I was out yesterday, I was like, boom, boom, boom. The signs were everywhere. It was raining. I was tuned in, but I was able to kind of see how it all went because I was in the flow. And that's available for everybody to be in the flow, to where you can see all the connections that are there for you. And it's one big, constant, divine wow. So my message for you would be to embrace the wow, because life is indeed that. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but the more that it doesn't make sense, the more it makes sense. So we will be back, all my beautiful magical friends. I believe it is April 19th, Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. And we will be back on the normal time schedule with the UK. So that will be 10:30 at night in the UK a month from now. And we look forward to seeing you for more magic, more fairies, more angels, more enchanted realms. This was a wonderful afternoon and evening to spend with all of you. I want to give a big thank you to my co-host, Shannon Ratay, and a big thank you to my co-host, Fran Pearce. Thank you to our Kelly Brickle, our producer, who makes all of this magical for us. So we're very, very lucky.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, a shout out to Veronica Jenkins for allowing us to stream on her page. We love you, Veronica. And thank you to all of our friends who are here today for your love, for your support, for allowing us to give you messages. We are truly, truly appreciative of you. And this was a wonderful way to spend a Saturday afternoon. So hugs and kisses from all of us. Thank you. Take good care, everybody. Bye, everyone.